Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This team, 11-0 with everything on the line. They could have their eyes turned towards the conference championship next week, but they know they've got to take care of business today and not overlook this opponent. He said a perfect season is on the line, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. Today is the only day that matters. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the run from inside his own 5.
And I just love the effort by the cover.
Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Reed. Right side, it's Edwards. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, is it nice
to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the run, it's Edwards. Got the first down. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. The flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's more. Out wide right, it's Bear. Off and running. The 50. The 30. The 20. He is in. Touchdown, Oregon.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. From the gun, it's Edwards. And the ball is free on the pitch. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning first down. And what that does for a defense, they win first down, they force second and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation, third and forever. Great job by this defense.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
The Aggies have their offense in high gear. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Enough to move the chains. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play, the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Knocked down immediately. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Reed misses badly on that one.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From deep, it's Hawkins. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Moore, play action. Unleashes one. Right side, it's Moore. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Gets rid of it.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Dante Moore can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Inside, it's Edwards. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running it to the right. Uh-oh, look out. He's got enough. There's a slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Got the 1st down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and, you know, they wear their great outfits that you love.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. nowhere to go.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Throwing Reed. Lets it fly. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they were able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Reed to throw for it on 4th. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Offense gets set for second down. On the ground, it's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third in management. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Turns into the pile. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Here's more to throw. Out wide left, it's Bear. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Rides to the back. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Reed to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. There he goes. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, that's new. If you want to kick the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It stunk. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
The quarterback's deep. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And he's in! Touchdown, Aggie! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Cuts it upfield. It's Edwards. Fights off the defender. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moore. Looking long. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. Incomplete pass.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left side. Finds some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Reed. Left side is Edwards. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. Reed. Rushes on. Still looking for a man. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it down the field. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 18 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Sooners coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff again. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Quick give. It's Edwards. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Got a little space. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Reed. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room at the 35. Out of bounds at the 18, and man, do they have great field position now.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Moving to his left. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defense. You think about it, it's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball, and then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Drives inside. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this is the definition of complementary football. Your defense takes the ball away, and the offense turns those takeaways into touchdowns. Fantastic run, great vision, but this has been so good. Their defense staying aggressive, getting the takeaways, and the offense capitalizing, David, with big plays.
And I wish I could say there was complementary football on the other side. They've complemented each other, and they both stunk. Like, both sides have been bad. Turning the football over, not scoring, like, dug yourself a huge hole in this football game. They better find something quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Oh, pressure's coming. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Throwing Reed. Out wide right, it's Edwards. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
180, raise car. 180, raise car.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And he avoids the sack.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a crease. It's Edwards. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Turning it on. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks! His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. It's inside. It's Edwards.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Reed to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Powers inside. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The give. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays from this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's now got 78 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Edwards. Nice move to keep running. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Reed, they're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over.